Hey, this is Joshua Edwards from the Academic Support Center at LPU, and today we will be talking about Works Cited Page and source formatting in MLA. And the reason why we need a Works Cited Page is first to direct readers to where it's from, and second to avoid plagiarism. Likewise, you're going to want to avoid auto-citation websites. They're not accurate and misplaces your entries and punctuations, and sources are not always cut and dry. You're going to have to do some reasoning as well. Before going into the individual sources, I just wanted to kind of show an overview of the Works Cited page. Here, it's not going to be divided into sections, it would be alphabetized, but for the sake of the video, we divided into sections so we can talk about it. So, let's get into the rest of it. Alright, so books are pretty straightforward. Remember, these punctuations are going to be super important, so we always have to be very careful when we do that. So you'll have your last name, comma, first name, period. Title of the book, italicized, period. City of publication, comma, publisher, comma, and then finishing with the publication date with the period at the end. This is an example of how it should look. If you have two or more authors, you will put the author's name normal, comma, and then first last name for the second author. Likewise, if there's three or more authors, you put the first author as a normal citation, comma, etal, period. And this is how you properly cite books in your Works Cited. Alright, when you want to cite an entire website, you have the name of the corporation, the group, or the organization as the first, quotation, the title section, title of the website, comma, publisher or the sponsoring organization, you have the date of publication, or if this thing was modified, so say it was published in 2016, it says update on 2018, you put the 2018, you have the URL, and as well, if necessary or it's applicable, you'll have the access date. Here's an example of, say, if you do have like the author, you just put the author's name normally and then follow the rest with it. Alright, so say you want to do a certain page though, and this is typically what you would do on a website. Well, if there's an author, kind of cite it almost like a combination of the book and the entire website. You have the author's last name and first, the article title, as well as this website, and then the URL. Again, if applicable, when you've accessed it as well. But say there is no author, what you would do is you would put then the title, and notice the difference here. You put the title of the article here rather than an author. Follow that up by the organization. So in this way, it tells us at least this organization has made this source and this is the specific page on this organization's website. So it just makes for faster fact checking and data recovery. Here at LPU, you will use the Bible quite a bit as part of the core of the curriculum and the foundation of the school. So thought I might as well talk about it. We have, of course, the different versions that you'll be using. So this is how kind of the template would look like. You'll have the Bible italicized, period, the version of the Bible you're using, comma, from where it's published, and comma, when that year that particular version was published. So for instance, here we have the Bible, the official name, the authorized King James Version, where was it published from? Oxford, UP, and as well, when was this published? 1998. Journals can get a little confusing. Here you're going to list the author or the authors. You'll have the title of the article, title of the journal, and then this is where it can get a little confusing. You need to have the volume, the issue, the year, and as well what page range you're citing this thing from. Notice the difference of the article is in quotation marks, the title of it, and the title of the journal is italicized. Likewise, if you have more than, again, 3 authors, you'll have the first author's last name, comma, first name, and then etal. And if you need to include, because you're getting it from like an online source, whatever, you talk about the database you got it from, and as well then include the URL of that database. Alright, dictionaries and encyclopedias, pretty straightforward. You have the entry name, the name of the dictionary and encyclopedia, the edition, and lastly the year. So as you see here, ideology, it's from the Dictionary of the Encyclopedia, well, in this case Dictionary American Heritage, 3rd edition, 1997. Now, if it's a Bible dictionary, it'll be a little different. You'll kind of treat it more like a book or chapters of the book. So for instance, for a Bible dictionary, you have the first, last name of the author, title of the essay, title of the collection, where it's edited by, if there's multiple, the publisher, the year, and then of course the page range of entry. So how does that look? Here we go. Oh, we have Sussa Swanson, just kidding. Swanson Henry, Magic, Dictionary of New Testament background, right? The collection, edited by, and then whoever the person's here. InterVarsity Press, the year, 2010, and lastly, the page range. Lastly, I want to show you some tricks on how to make sure you're formatting correctly. So you always want to make sure you highlight it. Usually this is the best way to do it. Go to paragraph options. Make sure that these are both 0 and are double spaced. For whatever reason, Microsoft likes to have this thing at 8. There you go. Now let's see. You see it'll kind of get a little smaller. Likewise, go back and make sure you have here special and you put hanging. You're going to want to have a hanging indent, and this is what simulates this part right here. Likewise, if you want to hang an indent, you go here to the ruler, you can move it, and what you will do is you will move it in 1/2 an inch. And this is how you make sure you have proper formatting for your Works Cited page. Alright, well that is everything for your Works Cited page and your source formatting in MLA. If you have any further questions, feel free to email us or come in.